Welcome to Conversations on Creativity. I'm Shinan Barclay. On this show, I'll be talking to farmers and fishermen, artists and authors, community folks who cultivate their creativity. Please join me on the next program of Conversations on Creativity. I'm Shinan Barclay. This is Conversations on Creativity, and my guest today is a harpist, Anella Loren. So, Anella, first of all, how did you get the name Anella? Where did that come from?
Well, that's a great question. It was not given to me by my parents. It was given to me when I was living in Hawaii. And in college, I went to the University of Hawaii. And me and my friends used to go to this beach and make a bonfire and play music around the fire all night. And usually the Hawaiians would be hanging out kind of a little ways up the beach from us. But one night, someone in our group knew someone in their group. And so we were all kind of hanging out together. And at a certain point, a Hawaiian man came over, sat down next to me, opened a beer, gave it to me, and said, "Your name is Anella."
The baptism by beer.
I guess. And then it wasn't until about 10 years later that I started using it because it means angel. Oh. And I didn't even play the harp at that time. So when I started playing the harp, I started using the name.
Wow. So what brought you to playing the harp?
Well, I grew up playing the piano. I took piano lessons all through my childhood, and I'm kind of a purist when it comes to music. I like wood and strings. I don't like digital instruments so much. I know it's very old-fashioned, but I was finding it difficult. I travel a lot, I move a lot, and so the piano just couldn't carry it with me. So the harp is actually a lot like the piano. It's laid out like the white keys on a piano is how the notes are laid out. So it's very easy to pick up if you play the piano. So it's a little bit more portable than a piano.
Cool. So,
and there's other reasons also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What brought you to Coos Bay?
Yeah, I got here a couple years ago. I've been living in Colorado for about 6 years before that, and I loved everything about it except the climate. I loved my friends, I loved the community, I loved the music scene, but I couldn't breathe. I have asthma, and it's triggered by cold and dry, so in the wintertime I couldn't breathe unless I had a muffler in front of my face. Mm-hmm. So I decided to come someplace a little more temperate and mild. And I miss the ocean, so it's nice to be near the ocean.
Well, so this is the holiday season, and tell us about the holiday song you're going to play for us next.
Oh, well, I have a few songs that I'm going to play. I can start with a holiday song. I was just going to do a little instrumental version of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Can I sing along?
Can you? If you want to.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Wow. That really resonated with my heart.
Oh, good. Wonderful.
And I can understand how and why harps belong to the angels.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And harps are a mythic object, right?
Well,
Or did they?
I always think of the origins of the harp as, I always think of that first hunter, you know, who had their bow and arrow. And they were kind of hanging out waiting for the bison or whatever it was, the mammoth, you know, and
Yeah.
they're bored and they start plucking on the string, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's my theory.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
So then the first harp players were men?
I don't know. Were the first hunters men?
I don't know that either. I'm not-
Yeah, I don't know.
More questions than answers.
Right.
But you said this harp has come home. What does that
So
mean?
yeah, this harp has had a journey. When I left Hawaii, I left my harp in Hawaii, but I actually found the same make and model. I moved from Hawaii to New Mexico, and while I was living in New Mexico, I looked for a new harp, and this is the same make and model as the harp that I had in Hawaii. This is a Thormelin Swan, and it's made by Dave Thormelin in Corvallis, Oregon.
In Corvallis.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I had it in Colorado for 6 years, and then I brought it with me to Oregon and brought her to Dave to get her tuned up, so she got to go home and meet her maker. Yeah.
Cool. So it's a handmade musical instrument.
Yeah.
And what kind of wood is that?
The body is curly maple, and the sound box is spruce. Yeah. Yeah, it's thin, very thin, so the sound comes out. And the sound holes are on the back of the harp. Actually, they face the player, which is unusual.
Cool.
Yeah.
So do you have another holiday song for us?
I have some winter songs.
Winter songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a song by Katherine Polwort, and I heard it by a harpist named Maeve Gilchrist. It was on one of her albums, and I fell in love with it, so I'm doing my version of Follow the Heron Home.
Follow the Heron Home.
Yeah. The back of the winter is broken, and the light lingers long by the door, and the seeds of the summer have spoken in gowans that bloom on the shore. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. In darkness we cradle our sorrow, and we stoke all our fires with fear. Now these bones that lie empty and hollow are ready for gladness to cheer. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. ice and salt water and stone. By night and day we'll sport and we'll play and delight as the dawn dances over the bay. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home. Sleep blows the breath of the morning away, and we follow the heron home.
Wow, that's lovely.
Isn't that pretty?
Very pretty.
Yeah, look up Maeve Gilchrist. She's one of my...
Did she write the song?
She did not. It was written by a Scottish woman, and Maeve is also Scottish. Yeah. Katherine Polwort does a lovely version of it also. Yeah.
So you improvise a little.
I improvise a lot. Yeah,
You're
and we've talked about that.
Improvisational artist.
I'm actually in a Grateful Dead cover band called Fragile Thunder, and we do a mix of Hawaiian and Grateful Dead songs, and we get into a lot of extended jams. So yeah, I love to jam.
Where's this band at?
Well, one of our group members lives in Oakland, and one of them lives in Honolulu, so we get together pretty much once a year or so and do a little tour. Like, we'll do another tour next summer. And sometimes the fellow who lives in Oakland and he's come here a few times, and we've played at the Dolphin Playhouse. His name is David Gans.
Nice.
If there's any Deadheads out there, they'll know that name. He does a radio show, Grateful Dead radio show.
Nice. So where locally do you usually play?
Here I've been playing solo at the Wildflower Public House, a lovely restaurant in North Bend, and occasionally at Angelo's Italy in Bandon. Yeah.
So you have CDs out as well?
I do. I have a Hawaiian CD from back in the day, and I have 2 Grateful Dead CDs. Harpin' on the Dead was kind of my big one, and then the Fragile Thunder CD is called One Afternoon Long Ago.
Nice. What is your hope for the future?
Well, I'm looking forward to touring with my band again next summer. I would love to get a band together here, of course, and I have been playing with some local players, so hopefully, yeah, that will come together.
Say some more about improvisational music. You just go with the flow, go with your feelings?
Well, it's basically like jazz, where you have a form, and you start out playing the form or the song, and then you go into the improvisation. And usually in jazz, you stay within the form, but in Grateful Dead or more jam band music, you can get out of the form, you can go out of time, you can go into different keys and get weird.
Sounds like fun.
I like to get weird.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had another person on the show talking about weird. He was weird and I'm odd.
Oh, great.
So it's like, you're right at home.
Perfect.
Yeah.
2 peas in a pod. Weird and odd.
Okay, so...
So I have another song, and this song was written by a local harpist in Bandon. Her name is Candace Kreitlow. You must know her, Candace. It was written by her and Katie Waldren, and it was made famous by her daughter Skylar Gray. And it's called Winter in Me. Very, very beautiful.
Say the name again.
Winter in Me. It's a very sad song, but it's perfect for the harp.
Okay.
When the autumn colors pass through the season's hourglass, once again there is winter in me. frost upon the ground. It is then you'll find the winter in me. But underneath the fallen snow lies a harvest yet to come. But just as spring is guaranteed, life is etched upon the sea. Time to welcome the winter in me. But underneath the fallen snow lies a harvest yet to come. For just as spring is guaranteed, life is etched into the sea. Time to welcome the winter in me. Time to welcome the winter in me.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Again, it really resonated with my heart.
Yeah, it is that's definitely a heart-centered song.
As we enter the winter, may we all enter with our hearts open and loving kindness and appreciation for natural beauty.
Yes, please.
And music. So I've not noticed other music resonating with my heart. I mean, I could actually feel it. Feel a new mindfulness, feel a calm. What is it about the harp and harp music that soulful?
It is very soulful. That is a great question. I honestly have no idea. I want to say that it could be something in me also resonating with something in you through the harp.
So
maybe
we're
it's just
resonating.
a good conductor. Yeah. Yeah.
Plus the wood, plus the vibration of the strings.
And there's something about Coos Bay. I've changed since I've gotten to Coos Bay. Yeah. And I think that is reflected in my music a little bit. I've gotten a lot more calm. Something about all the negative ions or something has really cooled me out.
Yeah. And the natural beauty.
Yes. Yes. It's a very calming place for me. Yeah. Despite all the whatnot.
Yeah. Despite all the world challenges and problems.
Yes.
Pick up your harp and sing, or actually just go walk by the water.
Yeah, that's it. You just go to the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Go to the beach.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have another song for us?
I do. I do have one more song. The storm is coming soon, it rolls in from the sea. My voice a beacon in the night, my words fields just cannot grow beneath the winter snow, or so I have been told. They say we're buried far, just like a distant star I simply cannot hold. Is love alive? Is love alive? Is love alive? This is my winter song. December never felt so wrong, 'cause you're not where you belong, inside my arms. I still believe in summer days. The seasons always change and life will find a way. I'll be your harvester of light and send it out tonight so we can start again. Is love alive? Is love alive? Is love alive? This is my winter song. December never felt so wrong, 'cause you're not where you belong, inside my arms. This is my winter song to you. The storm is coming soon. It rolls in from the sea. My love, a beacon in the night. My words will be your light to carry you to me. Is love alive? 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 Is love alive?
It's beautiful.
Nice song.
It's a wonderful question to ask
Yeah.
oneself and ask the world, is love alive?
Yes, it
And
is.
if it isn't,
Right.
crank up the fire.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I once was in the LA bus station about 2 o'clock in the morning, changing buses to come up here, and got really frightened, almost choking frightened. And my heart said, find something to love.
Mm-hmm.
And I found an old black man with his grandbaby,
Oh.
went and sat with him and
Oh.
held the baby and
Oh.
talked to this man. And by the time my bus rolled around, we were talking about, do you want to live together and raise this baby?
Sweet.
And that has just stayed with me of, is love alive? It is alive. Sometimes we have to take a risk. Sometimes we have to find it. A lot of times we have to give it.
Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
very much alive.
Or be it.
Be love. Now, you say some more about that, because I'm still learning.
Right. Well, I find it ebbs and flows like anything. It comes and goes. Sometimes I feel love, sometimes I don't feel love, and it is my job to cultivate that feeling in myself.
Cultivate love.
Yeah.
I sometimes say, middle fingers rising. I think I say that more than cultivate love. And I try to teach myself, find something to love.
Well, I'm from New York, and, the middle finger's a form of love out there, actually.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Well, if people want to hear more wonderful harp music during the holidays, they can go to Wildflower Cafe and Restaurant
yep,
in North Bend
true.
or Angelo's in Bandon.
Yep.
Buy one of your CDs
Please.
because it resonates,
Oh,
you know, with the heart chakra.
yeah.
And if love is resonating in here, then it's easier to give.
Yeah.
So, Anella, thank you for
Oh.
singing and your harp music. And
Thank you
many-
for having me.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
hey,
Oh.
and I'll see you in improv.
Yay!